Well, hello, and welcome to Cozy Couch Corner. At least I'm trying to be cosy. There's a bit of a storm going on I wasn't expecting. Anyway, trying to stay warm best as possible, and I'm here for tea and taro. In fact, the weather did take me by surprise. I'm sure on my old phone, the weather app used to warn me if there was high wind, if there was a lot of rain, if it was stormy. Nothing, and I tend to keep an eye on the temperatures and things, probably more the temperatures than anything. But I didn't notice anything, and then suddenly today it's all making ever such a lot of noise, and the poor sheep, I mean, it's strong enough the wind. Oh, I've just spotted a rainbow. It's quite fuzzy and faint, but how glorious. This is the brightest it's been all day. It's been really dark all day. The sheep, back to the sheep. I got distracted by the rainbow. As you do. The sheep are all huddled in the hedgerow when I looked out earlier from upstairs. They've plastered themselves against the hedges to get out of the wind and the rain. Poor little things. Ooh, that was a bit of a big swig for quite warm tea. That shouldn't have lumps in it. Oh, yeah, this is clean. Got face cream down myself this morning, down my top. Try and look clean and presentable when I do this. Don't always achieve it, but I try. I mean, I'm amazed the sheep are still in the field, because usually they're not here for that long. Usually they've sort of come and gone. And I miss them when they're not there. Like I miss the cows when they're not there, because it's just nice to see them. There's always something to look at then. There's always, animals wombling around. And when they've got the lambs have just got like they wag their tails like dogs. They really do. And they're really cute, and they bounce around. But that'll be, depends on when they've set them to birth, depending on when they impregnated them or whatever. Sometimes it's Easter, sometimes it's a lot earlier, and whether they'll be in this. They've never lambed in this field. You usually I think this year saw the lambs when they were quite a bit bigger and older, so see what happens. But I do like the little lambs. They're very funny. You could keep them like dogs, I don't know about taking them for a walk. Probably could put them on a lead. Don't know that you'd want to take them for a walk. I think they're probably happier actually just mooching around in a field eating grass all day, which is pretty much what they do. Eat grass and lie down. Do they lie down? Yeah, they do. The cows do. Now I'm wondering if the sheep do. Most of the time I see them, they're like furry lawnmowers, really. They don't half eat grass. I tell you, they don't half eat. They're only little, but they eat a heck of a lot of grass. Mind you, it's probably not got that much nutrition in them, so they have to eat a lot. I took too big a swig of tea again. I'll give it a minute. Excuse me. I better get on with the tarot. Hoping the weather improves for the weekend. Right. Okay, what message do you have for us for Saturday, the 6th of December, 2025, please? There's me doing this, wondering, I wonder if if anybody's made a sheep oracle deck or sheep tarot cards. Oops. One of them flung themselves out. That way up. Okay, this time we have, try and get it so it's not glary, 5 of Swords reversed. Okay, which top, bottom, on the bottom, one off the bottom. That way up. Reverse, man. Okay, reversed. 8. We've got the 8 of coins reversed. We get this quite a lot, don't we? And we do get the same cards over and over, I find. Right. Okay. 5 of Swords, and we're not doing grief. Did we have this yesterday? It's transformation. We've got it reversed. So it's the hands again. I can see the hands again. I don't always see the hands on the, because they're monotone on a plinth. I've had this before. I didn't quite know where the hands were coming in. As in work. What about hand? Ask what the hands are about. Hands are about work. We've done the work. We have done the work. So now what? We've done the work. Okay, I can see the hand prodding the woman in the back. So what is it? Get on with it. Get up and get going. Whatever it is. Get up and get going. So action then. Sometimes action is just resting. But this is more active action. Okay, I asked what sort of work we're doing, and that was I'm not getting told. It's probably different for all of us. Whatever we're working towards, we're probably going to be able to work out what the next step is, or what's one thing we are in control of that we can actually do to move ourselves forward. Or even if you can't find it, because sometimes you just can't see the next step and you just don't know what the next step is to do to get to where you want to go. And sometimes it's about preparation. If I don't know what the next step is, but I know that that's where I'm going, or I know that this is my end goal, how can I prepare for that? Even if it's not something that looks like it's moving us forward, but it's something that maybe we can do now that will help us later down the line. Or yeah, because sometimes I find it really difficult. It's like, what's the next step, what's the next step, what's the next step? And sometimes it's not obvious what the next step is. But at the moment it's like, get up, get moving, and do something. And sometimes doing things that don't seem to be getting us towards our final goal can in a roundabout way help us for whatever reason. If we're building skills in something, if it makes us feel good, if it gives us joy, if we do something and we find out that's not what we want, then at least we know then that's not what we want, isn't it? So, right, get up, all I'm getting is like somebody getting pushed up. So, okay. So the 8 of coins reversed is we're working towards something for ourselves. Not working our behinds off for somebody else, which is what a lot of us have done. And it's working in a way that's not damaging to us, working in a way that's supporting us, ourselves. I've got coherent, I've just got the word coherent. Coherent, unified, yeah. Because sometimes we do things that we think we should be doing rather than what we need to do, what we want to do, or what's going to get us to where we want to go. We think we should be doing something and it's not necessarily good for us, and it's not necessarily healthy or helpful. It's making sure we put a bit of time, however we can, into doing things for ourselves that's going to help us move forward. Right, that's that then. All I can see is the image. Are we getting help? Yeah, we're not on our own. That's what I kept getting. I kept getting this image of being pushed up, like up from sitting and up into moving, and it was like, well, I'm still getting it, and I've said it and I've done it. So what is it? It's because we're not on our own. You do a bit and you will have the spiritual support to get there, to get on where you're going. Right, we are not alone. You might actually have practical support as well. There you are. Right, I'll put my bit of paper down now. Right, do Sundays. Right. Okay, what message do you have for us for Sunday, the 7th of December, 2025, please? Yeah, the energy sped up. I've just asked if was that me. The energy sped up. So why Sunday? Saturday the energy was slower. Sunday the energy seems a little quicker. Interesting. I'm back to saying interesting again. That way up. Four of Cups. Keep my face in it, it doesn't glare. Right. Four of Cups. This one. No, we're not having that one. Okay, card off the bottom. Was that bottom card? That way up. Oop, Page of Cups reversed. Are we having any other cards? Oh, blimey. I don't know where I went. Are we having this card? Are we having that card? Are we having that card? We're back to this one. We're having this card now. Okay, because there was cards in between. Oops. Are we having it that way up? Are we having it that way up? Okay. And we have the moon, which was put to the back. It was going to be the second card. Oh dear. But I'm having that one now. Poof. Right. Did I lose a card? Did we only have 3 cards? Have I dropped one? No, I'm having a... No, perhaps we only had 3 cards. I take my body warmer off and then I'll settle down. Oh, excuse me. Oh dear. Get my footstool in and put my feet up. Right. Did I show you the cat? Yes, I did. Oh, it's going to be one of those. Okay, 4 of Cups. Dangling. I'm getting something dangling. The 4 of Cups is usually... the solution isn't obvious, or the solution isn't as exciting, or what we want doesn't look as exciting as the other things. But what we do, I'm not entirely sure what we're doing with this. Right, so we had dangling, something dangling in front of our face. So the thing that's in our face is not the thing we want. And we have to look a bit deeper. So it's like the obvious choice is not necessarily the best choice. Yeah. The best choice, rather than if I say the right choice, I just sort of get meh, because yeah, who's to say what's the right choice and what's the wrong choice? So I just got 1717 then. The obvious choice is not necessarily the best choice. So there's something that's dangling in front of us. It's in our face. We've seen it. Have we? There's another option that we haven't seen. We haven't seen the other option. In this card, it's behind the person. So there is another option. We haven't seen it. We're yet to find it. We're yet to know about it. So that would be interesting. Yeah. I was asking about the option that's in our face. Excuse me. Oops. So let's look at, I'm going to look at the next card now. Page of Cups. Have we... Ooh. Is the obvious option going to... The obvious option would tie us into something that we don't want to be tied into, or that we may regret in the future. So be aware of glittery, sparkly, wonderful looking opportunities, possibly. Read the small print. How is it going to tie you in? What is it going to tie you into? Who is it going to tie you to? Yeah. Just a big squeak in my ear then. Yeah. Yeah, you want something that gives you more freedom. Not something that's going to tie you down. So, as long as you're aware of that when you're making the choices, is it? Yeah, it's not. I've just asked. It's not necessarily going to be obvious. that you're getting tied into something. So yeah, again, I think did I say it earlier? You're gonna have to do a bit more digging. Gonna have to, if I'm trying to think of an analogy or a metaphor. I'm drawn to the moon, which can be about illusion. Is it an offer that's too good to be true? Thinking about financial thing, it doesn't say that it's about financial things. But as an example, if you sign up for an investment or something, you have to read all the small print and understand it. And then they're not the same thing, are they? You can read the small print and not really understand it necessarily. To what does it tie you in? You think you've got an investment with a big payout, but then not realising it's tied you in for 30 years or 50 years, or it's tied your house in, or who knows? Who knows? I mean, people take out loans, don't they? And some people have taken out loans and not realised that it has something to do with their house, that it's tied to their house, and then when lost the job or something's happened and they couldn't pay the loan back, the company takes the house. I met I met a guy that was really, really depressed. He was stuck in a retirement flat, but it was a really weird system. He'd spent all his life saving, bought himself a little retirement flat, but he didn't own all of it. The company owned part of it, and he couldn't sell it without their permission, and he wasn't getting on with people, and he was miserable there, and they had to approve the buyer. So trying to actually sell his property was really, really difficult, and there was lots of conditions in that would cost him money. And when he was living there, because he didn't own the whole of the property, he was paying out a lot of money as well. So, and some things might not necessarily have been entirely obvious in the beginning, everything that was going to, and some people go into things going, well, I'll buy this retirement property and I'll stay there till the end, and not investigating what happens if you want to sell it, because it wasn't something that they were necessarily have even entertained at that time. The fact that we got the moon card, the fact that we've got the moon card and the illusion, deception. So for some people it might be maybe someone's trying to sell you an investment, someone's trying to get you in on whatever, and there is some deception, and deception can be as simple as them just leaving out information. And some deceptions might be intentional and some might be unintentional. If you've got someone trying to, I was thinking about people saying, oh, come and work at my workplace, it's better than where you are now, blah de blah, and you're having a horrible time at your workplace, and you go and you work at their workplace, and actually there's things there that are frankly a lot worse. And they didn't deceive you, they were trying to help you, but there was things you didn't know. So it's yeah, and whatever sphere it's in, I keep pulling these cards up and they keep slipping back down. Yeah, making sure you know what you're getting into, and just being aware that you need to do a bit more digging, ask a lot more questions, do independent research, and just and like I said, avoid the thing that's gonna tie you. and there will be another option. Bit rambly, but there we are then.